Brazil's Wild West between the vast wetlands of the Pantanal and the tropical expanse of the Amazon rainforest lies Floresteca, the largest privately owned teak plantation in the world. Floresteca is a commercial company with a conscience. Its founding ethics are based on a responsible approach to people, planet and profit. Floresteca was set up in 1994 as a partnership between Europe and Brazil. European investment combined with Brazilian labour and natural resources to create this social enterprise. A company growing and harvesting teak for profit, but with respect for the environment and mankind.
The main concept was to link Europe and Brazil, and we as a Brazilian know that we have capacity of labor, we have availability of labor, availability of fertile soils. Our partners from Europe also forecast that there's let's say, capital, and so there's enough to invest and willing to invest in responsible projects.
Irresponsible investment from the West fuels irresponsible agriculture in Brazil. The country has seen mass destruction of the rainforest, contributing to global warming and climate change. But Floresteca offers investors a profitable return whilst working towards a better future for our planet. Furniture makers all over the world have created a strong demand for tropical hardwoods, like teak. In the past, natural forests in Southeast Asia, Africa and South America have been stripped of trees for fast profit.
The world is a big consumer of food. So that to find a way of producing and supplying this wood for the worldwide, which comes from a sustainable way. I mean, you are not harvesting the natural forest, but you are harvesting something you planted.
Brazil's Mato Grosso bigwoods have suffered from another cash crop, cattle ranching. Over the years, large areas of forest have been torched to make room for grazing. It's an industry which provides few jobs and shows little respect for Brazil's natural habitat. The land is at the heart of Floresteca's environmental policy. Teak is only planted on areas which have already been cleared. Existing natural forest is maintained. Floresteca covers 50,000 hectares of land. 40% of this is protected natural forest. These old woods are carefully preserved, and ecological corridors connect them through the new teak plantations, allowing movement of fauna. These forest corridors are monitored, and 28 mammals have been spotted, including deer, puma, ocelots and the endangered maned wolf. Through their forest regeneration program, Floresteca creates a balanced environment, allowing wildlife to thrive.
É sistema de gestão também, né? Tá no sistema de gestão, é recomposição de áreas degradadas. Então, a Floresteca, quando ela vai plantar, iniciar o plantio numa área, reserva natural, ou uma área de APP, que são áreas próximas a rios, né? E se tem alguma área.
Floresteca is working hard to generate respect for the environment among the local community.
Beneficia a comunidade, principalmente na parte de educação ambiental, né? Porque ela não planta simplesmente árvores, né? Ela planta uma cultura adjacente aos projetos onde ela realiza, né? E tudo isso envolvendo o trabalho de educação ambiental, nas escolas, trabalhando com crianças, né?
Floresteca has brought environmental responsibility to the science of tree farming. A genetic improvement program is seeking ways to breed the highest quality of teak, which will return the maximum profit.
What we do is totally natural. We don't deal with DNA modification, genetic engineering, nothing like that. We just take parts of the plant and let them reproduce naturally.
Top quality trees are selected in the field and samples are taken back to the lab. The samples are divided, multiplied and cultivated before being sent to the nursery to prepare them for planting with the other seedlings.
And we have an economic project, so we're looking for a higher productivity in the forests. We're looking for better wood quality and more uniform plantations. And this project helps in all of these elements.
From day one, each plant is given individual care and attention. In the nursery, the seedlings are tended by hand. After 6 weeks, they are ready to be moved to the field for planting.
Pedaço da minha vida, lembranças do meu passado. Jamais será esquecido a imagem bela de anjo amado. 2 meses passaram logo, no corpo que afoga.
Each teak tree is planted manually into soil which has been carefully prepared. 3 million teak trees are planted each year on 3,000 hectares of land. Floresteca aims to have 50,000 hectares of teak by 2015. After 3 years of meticulous weeding and nurturing, workers begin to sculpt teak trees into perfect timber.
Retira o galho para que fique o tronco principal da teca fique sem nenhum defeito, para não ter aquele problema de nó, de quebradura nem nada. Então, essa primeira desrama que a gente está fazendo é a desrama baixa, que é até 2 metros, que é a altura de funcionar, até 2 metros. Depois vem a média.
After about 10 years, it's time for thinning. A careful selection process ensures that the best quality trees remain to mature into hardwood. Those which are felled are fully exploited.
Essas madeiras é exportação, certo? Aí a serraria e o restante é lenha. Isso queima, né? Faz.
Teak wood is most commercially viable after about 20 years when it has matured into hardwood and can be used outdoors. But at 10-year thinnings make good indoor furniture. In the carpentry shop, Floresteca is working on the processing of the young teak, which has already been applied in Jamie Oliver's 15 restaurant in Holland. Floresteca takes pride in its relationship with the planet, but it's just as concerned with the well-being of people. Life in surrounding communities is tough. There's little opportunity for youngsters. In the small village Clarinopolis, the local school was in dire condition, and it even lacked the funds for basic repairs.
Eu não fico brava, eu fico triste, porque eu quero dar o melhor para os nossos alunos. Mas não chego a ficar brava, eu fico só apenas triste, porque eu gostaria de recebê-los.
The Floresteca Foundation has partnered with UNESCO to renovate the school and improve the quality of education.
Eu costumo dizer que esse ano nós fomos abençoados pelos anjos, que com essa parceria da Floresteca e da UNESCO, eu pretendo realizar o nosso sonho dos professores, o meu sonho como diretor e o sonho dos alunos.
Investment in the community is an important objective for Floresteca.
We have a social responsibility in this region. So we want to share it with these people and with the local community. We want to help and have these people seeing the company as an important and a responsible company for the region. We are also educating people who will work for us in the future, so we can have a quality labor. So that's part of our job, I think.
If the Clarinopoulos project becomes a success, the Floresteca Foundation will extend it to other communities. As a major employer, Floresteca has brought benefits to the area. With more than 1,000 staff, the company brings stability to many families.
People see a future, they can work in the company, they can grow with the company, because it's a long-term project. So you keep many of these people living in their places, in their communities, in their small villages.
Raimundo de Souza has been with the company for 3 years.
Praticamente eu estaria em outra região, em outro tipo de serviço. Esse serviço para mim foi na hora certa, porque aqui eu trabalho e todo dia estou em casa.
Staff are given a daily lunch pack or a monthly food parcel. For Raimundo, extra food for the family is invaluable.
Ajuda bastante porque vem muito alimento básico. Posso citar exemplo, arroz, o feijão, o óleo, açúcar, o café. Então isso aí é muito válido para a gente em casa, porque já ajuda bastante. Eu gosto muito, porque a gente sai feliz no setor, se a gente estiver trabalhando e se sentir feliz. E aqui nesse setor eu me sinto muito bem, me sinto bem à vontade.
Lucalia has been with the company for 1 year. It's her first job. Working for Floresteca has provided her with the means to further her education.
Ajuda bastante, né, financeiramente. Estou pretendendo estudar, fazer curso de computação, né, e melhorar, quem sabe, futuramente a gente tem um. Não, aqui é uma família, né? Nós somos bastante unidos, não temos inimizades, então aqui para nós, como nós trabalhamos aqui é a nossa casa, o dia a dia.
Vem cá, morena, sai na janela.
Transport, healthcare and recreation are also provided for employees. Floresteca knows that by treating their staff well, they'll get the best back.
As we are long-term, 20 years, 25, 30, maybe 30 years old, you never know. We need to have these people in our side and thinking the company in a good way and thinking that the company care about them.
Floresteca is looking to a future which embraces the environment and the community. They know that profit can only last by treating the world and each other with respect.
Everything we need to think in 20 years, in 30 years, it's a really long-term project, that's the idea. So all the points we have to look for it in the costs, in the community, in the environment, in the genetics. I mean, everything you have to think long-term. It's very interesting to think like this and to make people in Brazil think like this also.